So this is gonna be kind of a brief video about Hypixel Skyblock. But I'm playing Bed Wars. Yep. So we're doing this again. And I say again because I've tried it 3 times now. It's a thing. So yeah. I am a small, sizable rate on the state of Hypixel Skyblock and just dungeons, because I hate dungeons. Well, I don't hate dungeons. It's actually a great game mode because it's being updated. But if anything else were to be updated, it would also be a great game mode. Hint, nudge, nudge, Hypixel. Anyway, dungeons, Hypixel Skyblock. 95% of all content on Hypixel Skyblock is dungeons related. And you want to know why it's dungeons related? Because the devs are the devs, and they don't have any ideas, I guess. I'm not sure. But that's not the point. The point is power creep. So yeah, everyone knows about power creep, right? Or if you don't know, power creep is the best item in a game for, say, being added, it being god tier, and then as soon as something new comes out, it being 1,000 times better. So this worked like once floor 5 of Dungeons came out, this started happening because, alright, there was the Midas sword, alright? It was a high tier sword. It costed like 150 mil. For a fully maxed gilded one, it was like high tier. If you had a gilded Midas, you were endgame, right? But then dungeons came out, and you want to know what came with dungeons? In floor 5, the Livid Dagger. You want to know what the Livid Dagger is? Oh yeah, it costs 15 million. It's better than a maxed Midas. Wow. Oh, and then also in floor 5, there's Shadow Assassin armor. Shadow Assassin armor is like superior armor. Except superior armor costs 70 mil, but Shadow Assassin armor costs 50 mil. And it's better, like, by 3 times. So, yeah, this is power creep. And then floor 6 comes out. And now there's the, what's it called? The Shadow Fury. That's better than the Livid Dagger. Alright? So, it's just ridiculous, in my opinion. Because, so I recently quit the profile I've had for over 6 months and I've been posting videos on. And have moved to a new profile, my co-op profile with a bunch of my friends. So I have amassed net worth about 100 million coins. I have a tux. I got like a good bow, good sword. Do 100,000 plus damage a hit. I'm actually pretty good when it comes to just stats, right? But I don't play dungeons for reason number 1. Setup costs 100 million coins. Sure, but you're like, well, you have a tux. You have that much money to spare. Sure, I could sell it. But then I'd just be good in dungeons. Why would I want to be good in dungeons? And then the other thing is grindy. You know how summoning knives are considered grindy? Imagine that, except instead of it being a 1 in 420 chance, it's like a 1 in like 10,000 chance to get a summoning knife. Like, and once you're at the stage of the game where you have all the best dungeon items, a summoning knife or 500,000 coins in like the mid-ish early game is like 50 mil is the same as 500k if you're at like endgame. And I say that with a grain of salt because only a couple of players are at endgame, but like I've just been running around the mid this whole game and I haven't touched anyone in my bandits, and there's now 3 people left other than me. Well, so my point is though, is that it's kinda frick. As after that guy rudely interrupted me, a big meanie, I was not expecting to win that fight, if I'm being pretty honest. I mean, I'm pretty confident in my ability to PvP, but that was just like high tier content right there. That was just me going, I'm not recording this again, or my brain subconsciously. So basically, what I'm saying is, I think Hypixel Skyblock should change some things. I know that sounds petty as frick, especially coming from like a not even endgame player. But I'm only saying this because I think, you know, Hypixel Skyblock, the whole point is just grind for hundreds of hours for slightly better stat increases, right? That's the whole point of the game. So the thing is oh, the frick. Okay. Well, the thing is it's gotten to the point where all you gotta do is just play like 10 minutes of dungeons. Get a ice spray wand or something, and then buy full Shadow Assassin armor and a Livid Dagger, and you're dealing like 800k damage a hit outside of dungeons. which previously would cost you billions of coins, right? With a level 100 E-Drag, Elegant Tuxedo, Fable, Fully Max, Midas Sword, like, it was ridiculous. Or a Reaper Falchion, even. So, it went from it actually being a grind, which I honestly liked the whole, like, doing Slayers and grinding out eyes, and then all that stuff. I actually like that stuff. I mean, I know, what the hell? Hello? So, yeah, this is we're doing this again. This is going to be a small rant about dungeons and Hypixel Skyblock or Power Creep. So, Power Creep, do you know what it is? Do you? I'm just stalling at this point to wait for the game to load up. But what Power Creep is so, take the 50 million coin Gilded Midas, for example, and then, floor 5 a dungeon comes up. Livid Dagger. It's like twice as good, and it's 15 mil, and a max Midas is 130 mil. And, yeah. And, well, you're like, well, 15 million coins is still a lot. No, you could get it within 25 runs of playing 4-5, and that's literally 2 hours. Alright. Well, not even. So, yeah, that's a thing. But my point here is Power Creep. So, there's an update, makes something crap, and then the next update either nerfs the thing into the ground, or makes something that's even, like, that's like 50 times better. Literally. So, that's what's been going on with Hypixel Dungeons. And, I've been really not enjoying it. Sure, recently I've quit my main profile, and I'm now on a co-op profile with some friends, which has actually made it really fun and enjoyable, Skyblock. Because, sure, there's the whole aspect of, I have 30 million coins in my personal bank, and no one knows about it. Shh. And then there's the other aspect of, just, like, working together to get better items, right? So I have a Tuxedo, good warped aspect to the end, you know, Recom, DH2 Ronin's Bow, you know, all the good stuff, right? So one day I'm just browsing around on the auction house, just because this is after, this once I got 50 mil and I was buying my, endgame, when I say endgame, that's more like mid-game armor set, right? To use for a while until we hit, like, the Elegant Tux level, or at least that level of money. So I was like, yeah, okay, I'll buy the Tuxedo, and I'll buy some items, right? So I deal about 100k damage. That's pretty good. But then I realized that after grinding for literally, like, 30-40 hours between, not just for me, and then my co-op members doing the same thing, to only deal 100k damage is kind of surprising. So I went on the auction house, and so I looked at some stuff, I looked at some prices, and then I was like, every single item that's, like, not 100 million coins and is good is from dungeons. So I went to go play some dungeons. And sure, I sound like a complete idiot here, just vibing on the auction house like I've never played before. But I have, and I know all of these things, except I have not been paying attention to any dungeon updates. Why? Because I find them extremely boring. That's not the point of this video, though. But the point is Power Creep, and, well, yeah, dungeons is extremely boring, and kind of redundant at this point. So, well, in my opinion, at least. I mean, because only, like, maybe 10% of Hypixel Skyblock players actually play dungeons. And, yeah, my bench just got destroyed. But the thing about dungeons is that's where you get all the loot from, which means, shouldn't everyone be playing it? Grinding something nice. It's by no means fun, but everyone does it. But somehow, grinding dungeons is actually slightly enjoyable and way easier than grinding something nice in terms of making money. And nobody plays it. And why is that? That's Power Creep. Because no one has good enough items to. Because to be able to do the newest floors, to get the newest items, to get the most money, you need hundreds of millions of coins to spend every, like, couple weeks even. Because that's how frequent a new floor is added, which I'm not saying it's a bad thing, it's a great thing. But the problem is just the sheer amount of coins you need to just keep up with dungeons. Sure, you're turning a profit, but, like, at what cost? Like, because, so, sure, you buy your Shadow Assassin armor for 50 mil, alright? You bought it, you're grinding dungeons, you made, let's say, 100 mil. But then you go to sell it because the new armor comes out and you don't have just 400, and you just don't have 100 mil sitting around. But then you sell it and it's only 30 mil because there's the new armor set and everyone desperately wants the new thing and not the old thing. And now the other armor set is completely irrelevant. As Power Creep, and which I found kind of stupid in, like, a lot of ways. But that's not the point. The point is it's just, in my opinion, I honestly think dungeons should at least be slightly fun, because if it's gonna be everybody's main source of income, you should be able to do it without wanting to die. I mean, take that with a grain of salt after I just said that it's a good thing and it's slightly enjoyable. It's more enjoyable than running around in end lobby killing zealots all day. But, like, it's just that's my response to it, pretty much. Because you have to be. I tried doing it at one point, like, on my main profile before I switched. I saved up, like, 70 mil. I got Shadow Assassin. I got all the good items. Livid Dagger, all the things. I go to use it, right? In dungeons, right? Floor 6 drops. I can't even. I die instantly whenever I go anywhere. Okay, that guy's behind me. Frick. Alrighty. There we go. Alright. There we go. Okay. Not even close. Alright, I'm gonna buy a E-Pearl for the face. And yes, this is also a B-War game. Alrighty. Cool. There we go. So, point is that I just smashed the whole thing. The whole system is whack. Because yes, it's better than Slayer, but I actually like grinding Slayer. I don't know if it's just me and I'm just a weirdo and everyone else is just a regular who's grinding dungeons, but I swear, I know like one person who grinds dungeons, and like literally everyone else I know either does drags or something nice. Or forging, because they're just weirdos. What was that? See if I don't? Yeah, yes. That's why I stepped in. No one can run from the guy who went to mid first. Is this the part where I was going to trick my speed? Oh, that would have been a waste. It's just me versus green now. Yeah. So my point was though, is it's just I didn't like it. The whole idea I don't like about it. And I mean, yeah, negativity, yay! That's the whole basis of this whole thing. But I don't think. Look, I really do like that the Hypixel devs, the Skyblock devs, I should say, are actually like updating the game now, unlike before where they just kind of vibed. I don't know. That's not true. I'm just joking. There was only 4 of them, and they had to make massive updates for literally 60,000, not 60,000, hundreds of thousands of people, and satisfy at least most of them, or at least the majority, right? But I honestly think after the response they've gotten,